Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 29 in the season 11 of Be With Me. That is, we're in the book of 2 Corinthians, and we have got some stuff to talk about today because Paul is talking about some of his co-workers in the church. And basically what he's going to say today is, I love these guys. So that's my title today. He's going to talk first about Titus. Then he's going to talk about this very prominent, famous guy who's hilariously, we don't even have his name. Then he's going to talk about another guy. Basically, he's going to talk about service to the church and recognizing these people and the joy of working with these people. So listen in with me. This is from 2 Corinthians chapter 8. The title in my Bible is Commendation of Titus, but it's really more than just that. Here we go, verses 16 and 17. But thanks be to God who put into the heart of Titus the same care that I have for you. For he not only accepted our appeal, but being himself very earnest, he is going to you of his own accord. And now he's going to talk about the next guy, this famous guy that we don't even know his name. Verse 18. With him we are sending the brother who is famous among all the churches for his preaching of the gospel. And not only that, but he has been appointed by the churches to travel with us as we carry out this act of grace that is being ministered by us for the glory of the Lord himself and to show our goodwill. We take this course so that no one should blame us about this generous gift that is being administered by us. For we aim at what is honorable, not only in the Lord's sight, but also in the sight of man. Now he's going to talk about another guy. And with them we are sending our brother, whom we have often tested and found earnest in many matters, but who is now more earnest than ever because of his great confidence in you. And finally, he's going to go back to Titus here. As for Titus, he is my partner and fellow worker for your benefit. And as for our brothers, they are messengers of the churches, the glory of Christ. All right, so we see in this passage these people who are doing stuff, but the main point of the passage, I think, is this thankfulness and appreciation for other Christian witnesses, and we're gonna ask the question at the end is, who is it that you have seen something special in their heart? So Paul is describing in Titus something that is in his heart. But thanks be to God who put into the heart of Titus. So who is it in your church that has this heart of gold? This has the heart of service, or the next guy is going to talk about has this heart of teaching, or maybe other things that aren't particularly mentioned here, but the corollaries are appropriate. Maybe a heart of endurance, or maybe the heart of wisdom. Titus here has this heart of care. Or maybe who have you seen the heart of sacrifice? The point is that God is doing something in other people, and being in the church and being in service helps us see what God is doing in other people. That is, we see the hearts of other people that is otherworldly and remarkable. And quite frankly, it's just downright encouraging. So my encouragement to you is put yourself in a place, in a position where you can see this in other people. Go serve somewhere anonymously and watch the activity of God and watch something in other people that only with God can it be explained. And you're going to end up then thanking God because of what he's doing in other people. All right, second thing here now is we get the second brother who is famous, which is so funny. He's famous that his name is not even mentioned. And isn't that just classic? That being famous in the church often means having people not know your name. So it's okay to be famous in the church and just you and God, having the secret ministry of prayer, or in the nursery or something, or taking care of high schoolers. One of my dear pastors right now, he just loves high schoolers. Like, I don't know if you know a lot of high schoolers, but, it's a time in their life when even their parents can't half the time stand them. And he, one of the things I see in him is this great love for people that are, kind of prickly and sometimes unlovable. And that's the thing about serving, is you get to meet people like that. You get to see people like that God has done something in their hearts that's kind of like, it's like unexplainable. All right, so then we have this gift. So the Corinthians are getting money together, and they're going to send it to Jerusalem, and they're going to do a good job with it. And so they appoint people in this act of grace. So the grace is this amazing generosity that comes from God. That's the pie in the sky, rainbows and puppies part of it. The practical part about it is he says, no, we're going to appoint people, actual people, to minister this and administer this gift. So we're appointing leaders and elders who are already doing, already have a reputation, and we're going to recognize them as such. And in this specific act, we get to participate in the glory of God, something, amazing and theoretical, but also to show our goodwill. So kind of you have this heavenly and earthly thing happening at the same time. The godly part, the glory part of it, and the practical, tangible part of it. And they're taking action. Why? So that they're not open to any charge of misusing the money or losing the money, and they're getting this posse of honorable people together, because they're doing it in the Lord's sight, and they're also doing it in the sight of man. So they want to sort of address the public accounting part of it. So the service of the church, verse 23, is back to Titus now, is being this messenger. And this message is delivered in many ministries for the glory of Christ. And then he finally says in verse 24 is honor these people, rightly so, and acknowledge them. So my charge today is, number one, get thee to a church. Get thee serving in a church. Get thee serving, and maybe even in the secret places of the church. That's the best place to serve. Be famous in the church, which might result in you being anonymous, and be a messenger of this great message, this glorified message. Find a people of God who God has put something into their hearts, that they've been tested over times, they've been on the front lines, and this is a call to the winsome, desirable, admirable people of God. Go find them today. I love these guys.